Hello and welcome to the ScanSource Barcode Scanner training. In this session, we will discover some basics on symbologies and barcodes, specifications on barcode scanners, and what questions to ask your customer to ensure they purchase the right scanner. Although we may not have always seen them, barcodes have been around for a long time. From the invention of the modern barcode in 1948 to 1974, when a purchase of chewing gum signified the first time a barcode was scanned at checkout by one of the first barcode scanners. Since that time, there have been many types of barcodes to come and go. The format of these types is known as symbology. The symbology of a barcode is sort of like a language. They convert meaning, but each in its own way. Each type has advantages and disadvantages depending on its use. There are two formats for symbologies, 1D and 2D. 1D or one-dimensional symbologies are read in a single dimension and can be read by almost any scanner. 1D symbologies are widely used in the retail and point-of-sale industry. Some of the most popular one-dimensional codes are UPC-A, used for retail and point-of-sale purchases, primarily in U.S. trade, EAN13, this is also used for retail, but in global trade. Interleave 2 of 5 is used commercially on film and cases of some products. Code 39 and Code 128 are commonly used for name badges, inventory, and industrial applications. This is due to their ability to have alphanumeric data as well as some symbols. Like mentioned before, there are many types of 1D symbologies beyond the few we've discussed here. 2D or two-dimensional symbologies are read not only in the horizontal dimension, but also in the vertical. 2D can contain a great deal more data than 1D and usually has a much smaller footprint, taking up less real estate on the product. Some of the more popular two-dimensional symbologies are QR code, used for consumer marketing like store flyers and restaurants. MaxiCode, which was created and is used by UPS for tracking shipped items. PDF 417, which is a general-purpose symbology, but one of the most popular uses is on the back of driver's license. Intelligent Mail is also a symbology used by United States Postal Service to track mail. Data matrix, used for general purposes, but one of its most popular uses is direct part marking, or DPM. Now that you know a little bit about barcodes and symbologies, let's take a look at barcode scanners. There are many types, styles, and configurations of barcode scanners, starting with very simple wand readers all the way up to your own personal cell phone and many in between. For the most part, wands and some contact CCDs are old technology, and we will skip those for this training. In addition, cell phones are typically used to read QR codes for marketing purposes and not really what this focus will be on, so we'll skip those also. So what does that leave us? The many in-between barcode scanners. There are three types of barcode scanners: laser scanners and linear imagers for 1D barcodes, and area imagers for both 1D and 2D barcodes. Let's look at laser scanners first. This type of scanner uses a laser bouncing off an oscillating mirror to create a beam that illuminates the barcode and reflects back to the optical sensor, which captures and decodes the data. These are the most common barcode scanners used at checkout in just about all retail environments. They are usually inexpensive and very reliable. Laser scanners are available in standard range for up-close scanning and extended range for long-distance scanning. A type of laser scanner is omnidirectional. Instead of one beam hitting the barcode, these use an array of mirrors to create a scan pattern. These are good for moving barcodes or barcodes being swiped past for high-speed scanning. For example, the scanner at a grocery store. These are used for presentation applications where the barcode is simply presented to an omnidirectional scanner that is mounted on a counter. Earlier versions of linear imagers were called CCDs and were strictly contact devices. The current linear imagers use bright LEDs instead of a laser to illuminate the barcode and capture the reflected light. These are very durable since they have no moving parts. Other than wands, they are the least expensive option but are just as aggressive as laser scanners. And they are no longer only contact devices. Although these are more expensive options, they also perform many tasks that a laser scanner or linear imager cannot do. They not only capture one-dimensional barcodes, but also capture two-dimensional barcodes. Their operation is very similar to digital camera technology. It captures the image in 2 dimensions, then quickly analyzes the image, decoding the data into a barcode. This is why a cell phone with the right application can be used to read some 2-dimensional barcodes. They are also omnidirectional, which, like laser scanners, means that you do not need to line a scan beam up with the barcode in order to capture it. Some versions of the area imager will also capture and transmit images, although it requires additional programming. DPM, or direct part marking scanners. While these are not a type of scanner, they are a specific group of scanners for scanning DPM data. DPM is a method used for placing barcodes on mission-critical parts. These can be raised or bumpy barcodes, or it can be etched into the product itself. It is usually a data matrix symbology and contains not only part numbers, but other information also, like serial number. DPM scanners are currently heavily used by Department of Defense and the aerospace industry. Within each of these types of scanners, there are other factors that need to be considered when deciding on a barcode scanner: range, form, interface, IP rating, drop spec, and environmental conditions. The scan range, or depth of field, will be something that has to be taken into consideration. It is determined by the distance you need to be away from the barcode to scan it. The choices are standard range for close or normal scanning, extended or long range for distance scanning, and high definition for barcodes smaller than the standard range scanners can read. Within the scan line, there are choices for various form factors that will depend on the environment and the usage needed by the reseller. These choices are entry level for light duty, low volume scanning, retail for medium duty in a carpeted area, light industrial and retail in a concreted area, industrial for rugged manufacturing in a concrete area, in-counter for grocery checkout environments, countertop or on-counter mounting for convenience store retail environments, fixed mount for conveyor belt environment, hands-free scanning for receiving and picking warehouse environments, and slot readers for door access. Barcode scanners can also meet special requirements. These can be specific IP ratings, drop spec requirements, intrinsically safe ratings, or healthcare disinfectant ready scanners. Barcode scanners have a variety of tethered and cordless interface options. These are USB, keyboard wedge, RS-232, powered USB, various IBM terminals, and your cordless options, which include open Bluetooth to the host or cradle, RF 910 MHz, or 2.4 GHz to cradle. Questions to ask your customer would be: what type of environment will the scanner be used in? What barcode symbologies do you need to read? Will you be reading one-dimensional, two-dimensional, or both types of barcodes? What form factor do you require? What interface will you be connecting into? Do you prefer cordless scanning or tethered? Are there any special requirements that need to be considered, like intrinsically safe or specific IP rating? We hope you've enjoyed this intro to barcode scanning. Thank you for watching.